If you're looking to configure pfSense for the first time, so you are at the right place. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in my previous video, I showed you guys how you can install pfSense and how you can do the initial setup. And in this one, we are going to go through all of the setup process and I'll tell you step by step. So in the first step, we will check the interfaces. So if you go to assignment, you can see what we assigned in our initial setup, VTnet 1 and VTnet 2, but still you can change or delete any of the interfaces. And there are more as well. If you're familiar with GRE tunnels, VLANs, and stuff like that, you can do that all here. But in this basic setup, we're just going to talk about WAN and LAN. So you can verify the MAC addresses and the VTnet names because we are going to use VTnet 0 and VTnet 1 in all of the configurations here. And then I'm going to go into WAN. So in case if you want to change the WAN IP address after your first initial setup, you just set it up using a DHCP and now you're going to set it up in the environment where you have the production or you have the static IP address. You can do that in the interfaces feature, interfaces option. And here you need to set up a name, what we set WAN and IPv4 address and the IP address in the static IPv4 configuration. And then the IPv4 upstream gateway. And you can add a new one by clicking on this green button. And this is the subnet address where you choose the CIDR. So for me, it's /29. That's why it's showing it up here. This is the static configuration. You can see IPv4 configuration type, and here it says static IPv4. Here you need to select DHCP if you want to change from static to DHCP, or if it's selected DHCP, then you need to change it to static if you want to set static. And there are more options as well, but uh, these are two most famous option or two most common used option, IPv4 static and DHCP, or maybe sometimes you will be using PPPoE. So you can choose this one and then you're going to need a username and the password and then you can do other information as well. So this is actually the dial-up connection PPPoE, but I'm going to use the static. So that's how you can convert from static to DHCP. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is to check the DHCP settings. For that, you're going to go into the services and DHCP server. And it should show the DHCP is enabled. You can see enable and it's on LAN interface. And I can see there is a warning message. ISC DHCP has reached end of life and will be removed in a future version of pfSense. So we need to move from another provider. So currently we are using ISC DHCP server. I will tell you in this video how we can move that as well and how we can get rid of this error message. Okay, so this should be enabled and you can see it's enabled on LAN interface. And here you can set the static IP addresses. So I do want to change it, start from 5.1 to 172.162.55.254. And then for the DNS servers, I'm going to use one of the gateway address. And on the other side, I would like to use one of the Google DNS. If you want to use even more, you can choose more as well. And there are other options for DHCP options, but for basic configuration, I would suggest you to do not touch any of these options and just simply click on save whatever IP addresses you want to set and then click on apply changes. To remove this one, this error for ISC DHCP, we need to move to the Kia DHCP server. So go into system and then click on advanced. And on the top, you will find another menu. click on networking, and then you can see we have selected ISC DHCP, and this one is end of life. So I'm going to select another one, which is Kia, and then I'm going to save the setting. And as I hit save, and if I go back to services, DHCP server, I should not be seeing that error message. So now you can see we are using Kia DHCP instead of using ISC. All right, to see the DHCP leases, how we can check that? You need to click on status and then DHCP leases. And here you can see we have only one VM connected, what I was using in my previous video. In this video, I have done some routing and I can access my pfSense via WAN IP address. And in the next video, I'll tell you that as well. So you can see the MAC addresses and the IP address assigned to that one, and the start date and the end time. And on the LAN, you can see the utilization as well. So we have currently 64,245 IP addresses we can assign using this pool, but used is only one. So the next one is going to be the user manager. So since I'm telling you the basic configuration of stuff, what you're going to need in the basic steps. So to add another user, you need to go into system and then user manager, and you can add admin user or another user with the limited privileges. Also, if you want to change the user password, you can do that in this feature as well. In system user manager users, you just need to click on edit or click on change password, and you need to update the password, type the new password, and then confirm and save. Okay, so in case you need to set a static IP address on WAN address, definitely you're going to need to set up a DNS IP address somewhere. So if you go into WAN, you can only set up the IP addresses, but there is no option for DNS. But if you go into services, DHCP server, that's the feature for LAN users. What about the WAN? For that, we need to go into system, general setup, click on that one, and you would see the DNS server setting on almost the top. So here you can set the DNS for WAN. Also, you can set up a DNS host name and your domain and host name, whatever you want to set, you can do that. And there are several other options I will tell you in upcoming videos. For this one, I think that's all. Those are all the basic stuff you need to know to set up a firewall, or you can consider this as a router as well. And then in upcoming videos, we will talk more about the rules and other stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.